Winning a state championship is something that every kid dreams of.
It's definitely a blessing to get to experience this.
Sometimes you can just kind of tell, you feel it in your bones that this might be the year.
When you can achieve your goal and come out here on top and win a state championship, nothing better than that.
Find a way, and they found a way tonight.
A school year full of champions here in Northeast Indiana. Welcome in everyone to the locker room. High school sports roundup. It's this week as 5 Northeast Indiana teams claimed IHSAA state titles over the past calendar year. A couple more earned crowns under a different umbrella, and then more than a dozen and got some individual titles that can call themselves champs as well. So tonight we're going to break it all down for you. We start on the basketball court with the team that accomplished something no other squad had in the history of Wabash County basketball. As the Manchester boys state championship squad now, the Squires down University High School in the Class 2A title game, securing their first championship in the program's history and the first championship game in the program's history. Gavin Benton and Ethan Hendricks combined for 42 points. Caleb Klein drilled a clutch shot despite actually just playing on a torn ACL. And head coach Eli Henson was named as the district's coach of the year for his role in this title.
Henson, he really let us here. I mean, we grind in practice, and it's because he harps on us. He gets on us day in and day out and makes sure that we're going as hard as possible. And I know for Ethan and the rest of the senior class, it's special.
And now, similar to his senior class, Coach Henson leaves Manchester on top, having accepted a job at Tippecanoe Valley ahead of next season. Now, Manchester was not the only history-making state champ from our region on the basketball court. The Norwell Knights girls squad played with a chip on their shoulder all season long after falling just 3 points short of a debut championship in 2024 and then graduating most of their roster. But then Norwell made it to back-to-back title games with this season's appearance, and they made this one count. The 9-point win over Greensburg locked up the first team state championship in Norwell girls sports history.
Beginning, not really much of our community or even anyone believed in us or believed that we were going to be here today or even win the state title, but we showed them and we ended up winning. So I think it's great that we have to share that experience and people now believe in us.
And the Knights will now have a tougher postseason path entering next year, moving up to Class 4A. The Adams Central Jets just proved, though, that moving up a class doesn't mean you have to slow down. After 3 straight runner-up finishes in 1A, Adams Central came out firing on all cylinders in this past season's state title game in their first year in Class 2A. The Jets routed Linton Stockton, winning the school's first football title since the year 2000.
It means a lot to our whole community, and I feel like they deserve it. You know, they've been supporting us for these 4 years that we've just been runner-ups, and everybody deserves a win. You know, we've put in all the work, and it just feels really good.
And now Adams Central can start their path to a potential 5th straight title game appearance when the new season starts this fall. A pair of Fort Wayne schools earned team state championships this past year as well, with Bishop Dwenger Gymnastics winning their state title despite not having a single senior on the roster. This is the 6th title in the team's history, all 6 having been won by current head coach Rose Nix.
We always want to win, but this year the girls seemed different. I thought this is a championship team.
And this year's squad was led by sophomore Kobe Johnson, who also won the individual floor routine title. Homestead's Jillian Krieger won the all-around title, while Krieger and Carroll's Avery Zambo were co-champs on the bars. Now, speaking of Carroll, that's where we find our other team champions of the year. The Carroll girls volleyball squad defeating Yorktown in what was essentially a road game in Muncie for their state title, the program's first. Carroll only had 1 senior on their roster, so they're hoping to start building up a dynasty moving forward at the top of Class 4A. And Carroll's also asserting its dominance in the world of ice hockey, as Northeast Indiana has just 4 teams not associated with IHSAA yet, but 2 of them won their classes state titles this year. That includes the Chargers, who won that 4A title in a triple overtime thriller in the championship, and the Fort Wayne Vipers made up a collection of other local athletes, and they claimed their Class 1A title as well. As for our individual champs, well, we've already mentioned the 3 gymnasts who combined to win a trio of events and the all-around title. Now turning our attention to track and field, where the list of local title holders keeps on growing. A pair of runners from Fort Wayne combined to win 4 races, while a South Whitley athlete won a field event. We start with Mallory Weller from Concordia, establishing herself as the best distance runner in the state. And Carroll's Nadia Ford proved to be the best in sprints. Meanwhile, Whitco's Gwen Howard claimed the girls' shot put title with a toss of 46 feet and 11 inches. In the boys' state tournament, Warsaw's Jordan Randall earned the high jump title, being the only competitor in the state to clear 7 feet. And then Westview's Noah Bontrager set a new state record with his 1,600-meter run and earned another individual title in the 3,200-meter later in that day. Now, following the girls' state swim meet, Carroll made their walk of champions through the school, led by Jordan Glassley, as the sophomore won the 200-meter individual medley, the first Charger to ever win that event, and just the second to win any individual state title from the school.
It was just like surreal. Like I just like wasn't expecting it, and like I had to like double check it to make sure it was right. But like it was just like a crazy experience. Like I've never experienced anything like that before. Like it was just like you were just like automatically like excited, and just like it kind of just felt like all your hard work had like paid off.
And also representing Northeast Indiana, Wawasee's Julie Mishler picked up the individual crowns in the 50-meter and 100-meter freestyle. IHSAA sanctioned girls wrestling as a sport for the first time this past season, and out of the 14 weight classes, 4 of them saw their debut titles go to Northeast Indiana wrestlers. Half of this region's championship representation actually came from Garrett's program. Reagan Trineri and Nevaeh Wilson each earned the individual inaugural titles in their weight class. Reagan made her way through the 155 draw, then dominated her formerly undefeated opponent in the finals, picking up the tech fall upset victory. Nevaeh also made the final of the 130 weight class, pinning her opponent in less than 3.5 minutes. New Haven sophomore Isabel Ocampo capped off her perfect season with a championship in the 115, pinning all 4 of her opponents in less than 4 minutes combined. And then Jay County's Mallory Winner also ended her season undefeated, earning the inaugural title in the 170 class. So a huge congrats goes out to all of our individual and team champions from Northeast Indiana. Enjoy your summer, and we look forward to following next year's title runs. Meanwhile, more locker room after this break.